And we are live. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/saracent. And wow, my chroma has gone interesting and my hand is disappearing. Maybe fix that at some point. Maybe fix that now. Change that colour similarity a bit. Kind of still. I'm just too reflective, damn it. Okay, that'll do. Okay, well, you've all had that thrilling insight there into my tech and its general woes. Although if you were here on Saturday, you will have seen that. Stop using obfuscate on stream? No, I refuse. Gotta justify that third dot somehow. But anyway, yes, hello. Welcome to the House of Hubris, and welcome back to the Zero Escape series, and specifically 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, where we are going to finish it. Like, again, we've already finished it, what, 4 times? But yeah, if you were here last time, we got a bunch more of the endings, where we learned that Ace is a murderer entirely independent of Zero, trying to stop people getting revenge for what happened 9 years ago. You watch the VOD and have thoughts? Please share the thoughts, because it was a hell of an episode. We've talked about Ice 9 a lot, which is, you know, like that thing in Cat's Cradle, except not. And there's a mummy that was on the Titanic and is made of magic ice, I guess. And we died a bunch. And everybody walked into an incinerator. And that was funny. Anyway, shall we get going and see how this actually finishes? Because we've hit all the plot keys, I believe, so now we just have to keep running. Or we might have... We shall see. You think Santa might be Zero? Interesting. So, we have not yet hit all the keys. Yeah, Santa is like the only person we didn't see in that ending. That is true. Yes, so we still need to hit 2 plot keys here. So let's see where we were. Just scroll back. Okay, so this is... Ah, yes. So Clover is just about to give us the big story of the experiment that happened 9 years ago. And yes, Santa... We just found out that Santa... apparently was also involved because the whole thing with the clover and the words based on the clover is apparently a thing from that experiment. Okay. Alright, let's start with this experiment. What happened on this boat 9 years ago? Do you know about morphogenetic fields? Oh god, we're just straight in with the morphogenetic field. Morphogenetic fields. Alright, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism. Didn't Lotus mention something like that? Telepathy, huh? Well, that's not really it, but I suppose it's similar. So we're testing telepathy on the ship? Yeah, I guess so. So what exactly did they have you guys do? Same thing that we're doing now. Exactly the same thing. What? The nonary game. 9 people were put on this boat and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada and the game started. Look, I'm sorry, but I don't get it. Junpei, there are many things you don't get, except when apparently you turn into a master detective and bust the whole thing wide open. What do the nunnery game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here? The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. You know how sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem and then the answer just kind of pops in your head? That's an epiphany. And what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy. When you add danger to that equation, then it gets easier to transmit that information over telepathy. So, you're saying that Honorary Game was supposed to introduce that element of danger? Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger. It had to be life and death. And someone did actually die. A girl. So yeah, just running back. So basically, thus far, it seems like everybody was involved in the experiments, because Ace was the CEO, still is the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals, who ran the whole thing, and according to him in one thing, he basically helped plan it. Snake was a subject. Santa was presumably a subject because he knew the Clover stuff. Clover was a subject. Junpei, question mark. June, question mark. Seven was a cop investigating it. Lotus, her daughter, was a subject. And we don't know who the ninth man is. Will we ever actually find that out? Who knows? She was on the boat with my brother. I was in Nevada. Yes, two daughters, wasn't it? Look, I don't remember everything. A lot happens in this game, and I just have to say the words. I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was, Oh, my apologies, I seem to have disturbed you. Yeah, you are disturbing, you psycho. Oh, yeah, we know that Ace knew the ninth man beforehand. Maybe one of the... Like, there were 4 people at the top of Cradle that ran the whole thing. Maybe he was one of them. Ace, you two must have strong stomachs. Can't imagine how you could stay in this room for so long. Oh yeah, there's a dead guy. At any rate, Junpei, would you be so kind as to come and help me with something? I'm having a little trouble and I could really use your assistance. Come on, it'll only take a moment. I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later. Hey, wait. Junpei, what are you doing in there? Hurry up. It's very hard to trust Ace in this timeline, knowing what he did in the other timeline. Well, I mean, he ran an experiment on that killed a child in all timelines. Like, that's already 100% happened before the game, so yeah, we shouldn't trust him. Okay, we're in the other room now, and now we have to go back to doing the puzzle, but yep, that's hit a key. Slightly concerning that that appears to be the second key in this room. Oh yeah, no, Junpei is absolutely not aware of that. There's the telegraph. I can't remember how this puzzle goes. The telegraph unlocks the drawer. Anything in these drawers? Yeah. Piece of blank paper. The only other option would be how I told Ace to go away. Yeah, I guess. Or they're not actually listed in order. Like, it could just be you always get that bottom key first. Screwdrivers, which we use on the music box. We get the cylinder. Anything in drawers. Ink. Put the ink on the cylinder. Put that on the paper. Get the more Morse code. Can I go back in there and just talk to Clover again? Yeah, we never did anything with this, did we? With the camcorder? I can't remember. Need a key for that. Okay, no, we must have got out of there because that's the only exit to this room. Yes, I did skip over that bit of dialogue there of Clover casually reading Junpei's palm when he swings it, waves it in front of the thing. Okay, do the Morse code on the telegraph. Yes, I skipped through the dialogue because I assume most anything that's important we've already seen. We've done these puzzles before, so. Excellent work, have a biscuit. Open the drawer. Oh yeah, this must be the other plot key, is getting this. Looks like something's on the cover. A-L-L-I-C-E. All ice. Alice? Alice. No, that's still... that is bad. I dislike that a lot. Does this mean... Oh yeah, because now we have some context on what this book is. What the hell is this? They are hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt? That's right. Can you read them? Of course I can't. What would make you think I could? What the hell? Oh, the whole thing's like that. Shocker's entire book in the same language. Huh? What's this? Oh, a keycard. Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol. Something's written on the bottom. Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library then. So it would seem. Bottom deck. Library. Ah. Seven said something like... Uh-huh. Yeah, this is new. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic. Wow. I seem to have lost all my character voices. Nobody sounds like they should. No, I don't think we have used the Uranus Key card before. Because presumably we haven't understood all of this to know where to use it. Could beneath the navel mean the bottom deck? And the forest of knowledge is the library? Then could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library? What's wrong? Something on your mind? Yeah, I just remembered something. Is that so? What about? Well, don't laugh, okay, because this is all patently ridiculous. The Egyptian priestess in Ice 9. Interesting. And the woman who wouldn't melt, who was recovered from the Titanic disaster. They called her All Ice, which eventually turned into Alice. She was purchased by an English millionaire who called himself Lord Gordane. According to Seven, this ship is where he hid Alice. And you think that he hid her in a small room beyond the library on the bottom deck? Yeah, well, I mean, it is just a theory. Junpei, have you ever heard of the term CAS? CAS? Stands for Cells Alive System. What? It's an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter. No. Let's all hear it for English put together by Japanese writers. Put simply, it's a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals. Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane. CAS, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form. It was originally developed for the preservation of food as an alternative to the normal freezing process. Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things. What do you mean, other things? Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel. Oh, we are going so far off the rails now, aren't we? This game, I swear to God. Space travel. Are you serious? Surely you've heard of suspended animation, cryogenic freezing. It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films. Theory aces Elon Musk. I mean, it all fits. I'm not saying Elon Musk would put 9 children on a boat and 9 children in a complex in Nevada and make them all play a death game. But I'm not saying it. People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space. Wait a minute there. Are you saying that Alice was frozen using that CAS thing? Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. Yes, because we were well known for supercooling things with magnetic fields in the 1910s. This special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist. And if CAS were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously, that... You just said it, the point was to not make ice. Like, to supercool it without making ice crystals. Which is what the Ice 9 would be. What? Ace is Elon Musk and Halsey's son. Why is Elon Musk having a kid with Halsey? I'm sure Grimes would have something to say about that. Do you think she could be alive? Oh god. Oh god. Where we're going, we don't need rails. Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities. Possible is doing a lot of work there. The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right? If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature... That's nuts. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started walking about? I swear to God, if Zero turns out to have been a reanimated Egyptian priestess all along, I'm out. I'm just leaving. You're quite right, it does sound unbelievable. But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor. An explanation? You mean the guy dressed like a captain? Yes. Hey, I never said the series would be over. I said I'd leave. Didn't say I wouldn't at some point come back. He was dead when we found him. Clearly he was murdered. But if he was murdered, then by whom? Couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. Would it? In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1. That door that requires the Earth Key prevented us from accessing door 1. Who was it that opened that door? Santa and Lotus. Right. Clearly the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter. Yes, surprise cameo by Axe and a Moon. Who else then could have done so? I mean, if this just turned into the Mummy, I would be 1,000,000% happy with that, because why would I not? I am but a humble bisexual. I see the Mummy. I support. Nobody? No, that's not him. After Santa and Lotus used the Earth Key, they turned back and met up with me in June. Then we returned to the large hospital room and found Ace, Seven, and Clover. While we'd gone into the shower room, Ace, Seven, and Clover had stayed behind. But it's impossible for those three to open door 1. But what about when June and I took the elevator to door 2? No, still won't work. We were gone only 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters, killed that guy in there, and run back that fast. It would be impossible for us, any of us, to be the murderer. That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time? Yes, but there's still a bit of a leap from that to defrosted Egyptian priestess. A person like that would know the ship well. Well, not if she's been frozen. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. Ace, why are we assuming that there are hidden passages and secret doors? What do you know that we don't? The numbered door would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters. And you're saying the killer was Alice? Well, this is all only one possible theory. Again, possible doing a lot of work. All ice. Alice. Is she really someone on the ship? Maybe this card will give me access to the Forest of Knowledge. And the big mystery. What could be there beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Anyway, yeah, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now. I'll come back to this later. New material added to the file screen. No, that's not the file screen. That's the file screen. Okay, so that doesn't really actually give us any information. But that's both keys. So now, instead of solving the rest of this puzzle, which I can't be bothered to do, let's skip ahead. Outside and look, this lock is now open. Oh hey, we got out of the room, aren't we good? Alright, let's go. Let's see how if this goes differently. And by if, I mean how, because it will, because we've hit all the things. That's the next door. Wait, a piece of paper. This is map of the ship's interior for A deck. What's wrong? I found a map for this floor. I see. Well, that was anticlimactic. I should keep this though. Hey, where's Clover? Now that she's presumably not chopping a guy's hand off with an axe. Damn it, what the hell is she up to? Or maybe she is, you know. Clover! Huh? What the hell are you doing? Nothing? What do you mean nothing? What the hell is that? What? You've got something in your pocket. What is it? Oh, this. This is a note. It's a very bulky note. A note? Yeah, I found it in the pocket of the guy with the captain's clothes. It said something about the darkness of the sinister hand or something. Hey, I remember that note. That was what we used for the code, for the safe code in the weird ending where we learnt all about Ace. What the hell? Let me see it. No, not right. Hey, Junpei, Clover, what are you two doing? Hurry up. He's getting mad. I'll show it to you later, alright? Come on, we gotta hurry. Twist, we fight Ace, Zero, Clover, and a mummy. I mean, it'd be dope. Just the whole thing suddenly turns into a JRPG battle system. From the look of that pocket, it doesn't particularly look like just a note. Jeez, what are you thinking? Crying out loud. It's not like she'd murder everyone with an axe. Who could imagine such a thing? The big stairs, so this is where it ends up. It's like it says on the map. Shock, as map turns out to be correct. Ace, did he head down? Oh, there he is. Look, the 4 others are there too. Really? Let's join them. And this is where she murdered us with an axe before. Jumpy! Clover! What's up? We found it! Found what? We found it! What did you find? The last door! We found door 9. What? Come on, just follow us. We'll explain on the way. That's how he sounds. Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case... Wait for me. We should get going as well. Jumpy. We finally made it. Interesting that when other people find it, they don't tell us there are 2 door 9s. Yeah, honestly, that is strange. Yeah, it's finally time. We've reached the end. Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door. 7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that best case scenario there'll be 2 of us who have to stay behind. 2 people. Is there a way? 4:30. Only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now. Well, I mean, if you found the last door, 90 minutes is a lot of time. Hey, Junpei, June, what the hell are you doing? Hurry it up. Let's go, Jumpy. Yeah. Junpei continues to have no idea what he's doing. It's kind of great. Get in the most dramatic elevator. I know I told you I'd explain it earlier, but honestly there ain't much to explain. After we split off from you guys, the 4 of us got into the elevator on the left, and that took us to the other side of the grate. After that, we headed down another hallway. It took us towards the bow and eventually to the number 6 that you 2 found earlier. We opened it and kept going. There was another locked door behind it like usual, but this time we had to complete 2 different areas before we could unlock it. Once we were through that door, yes, that's the steam engine room and the cargo place with the coffin in it. There was another hallway that went the other direction towards the stern. So, on your way you found the elevator? That's right. So in other words, you kind of did a lap, huh? Came from that side to this side. Yeah. So, where's the number 9 door? Over here. Follow me. By the way, you know, it's because of Santa that we're all here right now. What? But all 7 of us are going to door 9. You don't get it. Santa, 7 and Lotus. What's their digital route? 9. It's 9. That's right. They could have just left me behind and kept going if they wanted to. But they didn't. Yes, because Santa wouldn't let them. He said, we can't leave June and the others behind. That's why we went looking for you guys. And then you got on the elevator and went back to the central staircase. That's right. Oh. Well, I wouldn't have called that one that Santa would be the one to stick up for you. I mean... Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't mean that 7 and Lotus said they wanted to leave me behind. We were just talking about it and Santa objected to it first. Is that so? Where? So is this? Yeah. There's no other place for us to go? No. Let's look around. It's a big old iron wall at the end of the hallway. The other hallways on the left and right are blocked by metal grates. Let's see. Alright, let's get moving. Huh. No way. The 9th door. We're finally here. No doubt about it. This is door 9. Finally, this is the last. Junpei, look behind you. Behind? What? Why? A door and a 9. There's another one. Hey, what the hell? What the hell is going on here? There's red there too. That means. And of course it won't open. But why? Why the hell are there 2 doors? Do you think perhaps one is the right door and the other is the wrong one? I don't know about that. That seems unlikely. What makes you say so? Well, think about all the rooms we've been through so far. They're full of puzzles, but there are always hints about how to solve them. I'm pretty sure there aren't any rooms where we just had to go with our best guess and leave it to instinct to solve the puzzle. Do you really think that at the very end of the game, Zero's going to suddenly throw in something that depends entirely on luck? Then you're saying there's some sort of hint in this room? No, I don't think there's a hint anywhere in here. I searched it very well when I was in here before. Didn't find anything that might have been a hint, though. Well then that means... yeah, both of these are the right door. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it. Which is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek way out. Seek door that carries a 9. Yes, nobody is mentioning the coffin yet. Which is just hilarious. Little bit of an elephant in the room. Oh, there's nothing. No possible clues in this room. And meanwhile, Snake's in a box going... bang, bang, bang. So if there are 2 numbered 9 doors, if we split it up right, that's not going to work. You've got a notebook and a pen, right? Can I borrow them? Yeah? Here. Look at this. You get it? Numbers on the top are all the combinations of the digital roots of 9. The numbers on the bottom are the people who don't fit. There's only 8 possibilities if you split into 2 groups of 3 or 4 people. So... 3 people go through the door, then 4 are left behind. 4 go through, then 3 are left behind. Right? Yeah. No way. Everyone says an ellipsis. Come to think of it. What is this room? Looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony. What kind? Is that an altar? A coffin? No, it couldn't possibly be. I mean, it looks nothing like we've seen in the flashbacks, so... Okay, I give up. I give up. Figured if we'd sat around here long enough, someone would volunteer, but I guess nobody's got the guts to do it. What are you talking about? What? You guys didn't figure it out yet? Fine, fine, let me enlighten you. Clover was mostly right with a little explanation earlier. She missed something. She wasn't really wrong, she just... screw it. Let me just write it out. If you're trying to leave with a group of 3 and a group of 4, get everybody out. Clover's right. There's another way. Only one combination, though. If you split us up into groups of 3, 3, 1, you can make this combination. Wait, this means... Don't get me wrong here, I'm not trying to copy Ace or anything like that. I don't have a big syringe of anesthetic for no good reason. Even if you hadn't been the hero back in the big hospital room, I'd still be saying the same thing. Hero is a word. The same thing? Are you saying... Yeah, I am. I'll stay behind. Everyone say an exclamation mark. Why are you acting so heroic all of a sudden? Are you some kind of idiot? I'm completely against this. I'll be goddamned if I'm going to have to owe you for getting out of here. I'm against it too. I didn't want to leave Ace behind, and I don't want to leave you either. I don't like that idea. There's got to be other options. I disagree as well. I can't say I care much for you being the hero. Well, there you go, 7. Proposal denied. Clover's right. There's got to be a better way than this. Look at the coffin! Look at the coffin! Doesn't make any sense. Well, hold on a minute. I haven't said anything yet. Are you agreeing? You want to leave him here? Nah, I'm against it. I don't want to leave 7 here alone. Then I don't see how it matters. I said alone. What? I said I don't want to leave 7 alone. What? What the hell are you... What, you don't get it? I can't leave just one person. I need 2 more. 3 people, including 7. I'll be leaving behind 3 people. That's my proposal. No. Those are my orders. Oh, get you, Saren. Okay. Yes, chat, you are correct, it seems. What do you mean, orders? What the hell makes you think you can order us around? Who the hell's going to listen to you? You all will. In 3 seconds, you won't have a choice. What? 3, 2, 1. Ah! Oh, he's got the gun this time. Yeah, but the difference is, Ace had the gun pulled on Lotus, who I like. You point the gun at June and I'm like, yeah, that tracks. See, I told you. What? What? Okay, so maybe he's not Zero. Maybe he's just of loose morals. What the hell is that? Guns from the other room. Wow, this would feel like such a complete arse pull if you hadn't seen the other route first. What room? One of the rooms behind door 6. Should've known he was gonna do this. I should've taken the gun. Well, it's too late now, fat ass. Damn it. Now, time for you to start following my orders. Ace, Lotus, congratulations. I've chosen you to come with me. Put your hands on the red. Hey, you deaf, I gave you an order. Alright, fine. I didn't want to waste any bullets, but you guys just don't get it. You really shot it. Yeah, now you have fewer bullets and you're just like, cool, I have taken out my wrath on this floorboard. But why? Santa, why are you... Santa, I thought you were one of us. I thought we were friends. What? You knew about the leaf words and the four-leaf clover. What the hell is that shit? I've got no idea. You're lying. Shut up. Just shut up, you stupid bitch. You want me to put a bullet in your fucking head? Santa. Alright, assholes. What are you still standing there for? Get over here and scan those bracelets. I don't have all day. Morning, Sarah. Oh, what's the matter? Your hearing's starting to go and see now, maybe. That's it. Is there any way? Please. Go. Huh? No way? Jumpy, what are you saying? If you stay here, you're going to be stuck, Jumpy. You say, wow, I always come in at weird times. This whole game is weird times. There are no normal times. This is very normal hours here on the SS Teenager Murder. Yes, in this timeline, that a different group found the gun, and now Santa has it, and he's decided that he's, yeah, deciding who can get out. If you stay here, you're going to be stuck, Jumpy. So will Clover and Seven. I know. But you don't need to worry about us. We'll figure something out. Right, Seven? Right. Just leave it to us. It's gonna piss me off to do what Santa says, but... Don't worry about me either. Yes, and nobody has remotely mentioned the coffin. Like, Junpei's looked at the coffin and gone, there was a coffin in that story. Ah, can't be related, and we carry on. Don't worry about me either. There's still something I have to take care of. Is it killing people with an axe? No. No, you can't. Ace, Lotus, don't come over. Don't worry about me. Please. Please. Go. All right. Fine. Alright, now, let's get those hands on the scan panel. What's the holdup? What, you think I'm fucking around here? I don't give a shit about this girl. The red doesn't need a person, you know. All I need is the bracelet. You get it? Good, now put your fucking hands on the scanner. I'm not gonna say it again. Fine. Good job. Now Lotus, pull out labor. All about that labor. As soon as the door opens, get your ass in there. Try anything stupid and you know what happens, right? Damn it. Good. Go. Later. Ellipses around. He could have just left with the group he had. Yeah, that's a point. A bit weird to get us all down here just to do that again. Yeah, I don't know why. June. So, what do you want to do, Junpei? What do you mean, What do I want to do? What can we do? Oh, hey! Shall we notice the coffin now? What the hell is that? Shh! Quiet! Saying maybe Santa was one of the higher-ups at Cradle. He does not look old enough, but then I suppose Lotus doesn't look old enough to have 2 kids, so... Where is it coming from? Look at the coffin! It's like the focal point of the entire room, and it's a coffin with a combination lock on it. Could it be? Yes! Hey! Things come from this coffin. You're right. Let's open it. But how? What are those muscles for? For show? We do not have the code in this timeline. You are not wrong. You're telling me to force it open? I'll just shut up and try. I'm not going to sit here doing that noise. Well, credit to the original VAs. Damn it! Man, it won't even budge. Another one. Yeah, looks like it. Do you think we have to put in the right password or it won't open? I mean, that's generally how a combination lock works. Can confirm, Emily, no, you did not spell that right, but it's all good. I think so. Whoever or whatever's inside this thing wants out and now. I know that. But how? Without a passcode, I don't think there's much we can do. Isn't there a hint somewhere? Well, let's look for one. There's nothing here. Making this easy, are they? Yes, we heard you. Also, could we not, like, be just shouting through the wood? How well... Just notice I linked my VOD archive. Yeah, I told you when I did that, like, a week ago. You said I hadn't done it, and then literally by the next stream, I did it. So... What's the passcode? What am I supposed to do? How do I figure it out? I need something... Animation. And then we were shot. Truth had gone, truth had gone, and truth had gone. Ah, now, truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand. What the hell was that? That voice? Huh? What? What's up? Nothing? Press the buttons. Oh my... This is... They're bloody doing it, aren't they? This is what Clover was explaining the experiment was about. Morphogenetic field... transmitting moments of epiphany, except we're doing it to ourselves across timelines. Yeah, no, I remember the code. I was just... Yeah, it was because truth is right and gone is left, so truth gone, truth gone, truth gone. One 4 3 8 3 4 2 1. Was the experiment about timelines? No, it was about doing it across space between the boat and Nevada, but okay. 143834221. Huh? What the hell were those numbers? Oh my gosh, are those? 143834221. 1438341. No way. Why? Why are you? Oh, is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you. Snake! I have to do it every time, it's the rules, sorry. You? Why? Junpei, and 7. Is that you? Is everyone else there as well? What is the difference? Jeez. You're back! Aww. Gently now. My body's still a little weak. Oh, I'm back! You're back! You're really here! Yeah, how Snake didn't hear that entire scene that was going on outside. I guess, like I say, the coffin is very soundproofed. Oh, you're back! Come now, what's gotten into you? You're acting as though I've returned from the grave. Not as though. Indeed, I really thought you were dead. Huh? Jerk. Idiot, idiot, idiot! Why didn't he bang on the lid before? Riddle for the ages. I see. I believe I understand things rather well now, thank you. In the shower room there is a dead body wearing my clothes. Because of that, you thought that I was dead. Correct? Yeah. You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here in this room. Do I have it straight? Seriously, how could you not hear that? Well, the dead body in the captain's quarters is a surprise. Sorry, that wasn't a good time to tell you. Yes, because they don't know what was in that branch. Don't worry about it. Well then. I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed, but it's still something of a mystery who did all this. And why? The corpse in the shower room that looked like me. And the corpse in the captain's quarters. Why were they killed in the way they were? You don't know? No. Why would I? Really want to know what he's wearing? Yeah, when we found him in the coffin in both timelines, he was wearing these dramatic robes that I kind of love. Guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is, so let's just call him Mr. X. It's better than Guy X. This is why you let 7 name things instead of Junpei. Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes. You're wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes, put them on Mr. X. Need to figure out who that was, because it's creepy. I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up. I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time. When were you knocked out? When we split up to look for the red. Well, yeah, when he disappeared, Clover. When the hell do you think? Where did they get you? Do you remember? It was a small room in one of the hallways on sea deck. What happened? The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A canister releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room. I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent. That's Sopril, baby. Then that means it was 0. Oh wait, that wasn't Snake. Anyway, Junpei just sounded classy for a second. Looks that way, huh? There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin. Huh. Why? Why did Zero make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? How would that benefit Zero? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? That's very much what we're all here to find out. And I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either. Truth are gone, and truth are gone. Where did those words come from? Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them? Because I, the player, control you. You have no agency in this, you tiny anime teenager. In your stupid gilet. All I know is my fingers moved on their own. It was like I did it subconsciously. I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? Yeah, because you're a rat in a box of water, Junpei. Seriously, every single person you've met on this ship has taken a moment to tell you a weird story about information being transmitted across the world with no apparent vector. So, put it together. And also, Snake and Clover have been subjects to a similar experiment 9 years ago. The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. And someone did actually die. A girl. Her name was, There had been another experiment conducted on the same ship 9 years ago. A girl had died during it. Morphogenetic field theory. Exploding people. Dead captain. The 2 murders. Exploded person. Snake. Switching clothes. Door number 9. Vacant. Megaphone. The non-re game. Bracelet. Keypad. 0. He's the ringleader. The person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship. 0 should know everything. If we can uncover Zero's identity, all of our questions will be answered. At any rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape, because the text went weirdly stuttery there. Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock, yes? That means we have less than an hour, because I have a perfect innate sense of time in among all the other superpowers I have, because I'm blind. No, half of those things I was listing were not in the actual dialogue box. I was narrating the art, theatre of the mind. I must hurry. Hey, how are we gonna get out of here? Well, your digital route is now 9, so worked out. Isn't that obvious? Through the other number 9 door. Oh yeah, you're right. The Snake, we can open the door. Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out. I mean, come on, you gotta tell me these things. Yes, I am remembering to hydrate, and that's because, for no reason, another copy of me on the other side of the world hydrated, and then, suddenly, with no information being transmitted, I also was compelled to become a hydrate. EDT, Hydration Cult Gang. I, assumed you'd figured it out. Forget it. Let's just get going. Beeps, beeps. Alright. You guys ready to go? Yes. Yep. No, not yet. Huh? Before we go in, I'd like to check something. Oh. You want to check something? Yeah, but before I do 7, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us. Why would you not be able to? What do you mean? We don't need... Just do it, alright? But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay? Otherwise we'll all explode and die. Please, this is really important. I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here. I have a weird theory about a frozen Egyptian priestess killing people. Fine. Oh look, the thing worked. Alright, that means the 4 of us can go into door 9. So, we knew that already, it's obvious. Obvious, yeah, you're right. Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet? What? Zero's... Oh wait. Zero's bracelet. Why don't you take it out, Clover? Junpei, not an idiot for once. So, you did know I had it. I mean, it's very coy for having stolen stuff off a corpse and just being like, tee-hee, aren't I a rogue? I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime. Yeah, Junpei only has brain cells at the end of the story. This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm going to call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters Cap. And I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet. Though the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game, would he really put one of these bracelets on? Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me a hand. Okay. Yeah, again, we are coming to this. This is your real epiphany, is just, how do you know there's something up with that bracelet? Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever. I knew it. Now, what does this tell us? Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work. No, that's impossible. Do you see how the panel showed a 3rd asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register. Looks like you're right. See? So, what does that mean? What does it mean? There's only one possibility. That bracelet isn't number 0. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's right. Then, what number is it? Let's find out. Scan the bracelets with this combination. Well, we know it's a 6, so for that to open we want... seven, 5, and 6. Assuming it's still a 6 in this timeline. Let's try 7, me, and Cap. This combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 6. Okay, that hasn't changed. Hey! It opened! The door opened! What? Why? What's that mean? And can I just say now, I almost last time we left it with just the denouement to go, because I was like, I could push through and do this, but I've got another thing in an hour, and I don't know how long this will take. I am glad I did not try, because Jesus, this is long. Isn't it obvious? Cat's bracelet is number 6. But doesn't it say 0? This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O. Saw that coming. We've had letter number substitutions come up so often. Oh, that's every tone on that one vowel. Well, wait a minute, I don't get it. I mean, we figured out the Cap's bracelet is 6, right? Yeah. Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s? There is most likely only 1 person with a 6. But I don't get it. What about June? Because is this a 6, or is it in fact a 24? Same digital root. But I don't get it. What about June? Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with. Her bracelet was flipped. Huh. Huh? Huh. Huh? Twists and twists and twists and twists and twists. In other words, June's real number is 9. That seems the most likely, based on all these leaps of logic we're making. Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap. Why would you say that? Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up. Here, look. List of all the numbered doors June's gone through. I love how ready Clover is to just start writing out a truth table at any given moment. I mean, big mood. Huge mood. I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake? And that's everything. I wrote down which door she went into and with whom. And I wrote what all the numbers were. So, if you switch 9 in whenever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. If the digital root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8. Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list? What do you mean? Oh wait, that was Clover. What do you mean? You're talking about 3, right? Oh god, is the 3 also an E? A wee double reverse extra hexadecimaling. Oh, this game. 3? Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it? Because 6 plus 3 is a 9, and you can cancel out 9s in digital roots, so they're a solid unit. 6 plus E, and E is... What's E? 14 is 20 is 2. Okay, that doesn't quite work. Oh, hello, welcome to the stream, Sly, and yes, sleep is good, and I should perhaps be doing it more, but I have a big day today, so there we go. Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it? Have fun back at work. Yes, that's right. What about it? That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing? The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 and Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3. Santa's real number... 7, would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations? Yeah, sure. This is what you were getting at, right, Snake? Thank you. That's exactly right, 7. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0. Yeah, points to you, chat. points to you. But then you're justifying this saying that there can't be two 6 bracelets. But there must be 2 9 bracelets, because the 9th man's bracelet worked as a 9 bracelet because Ace was using it for his murders. Unless you're now going to say, no, that's actually an 18 bracelet. No way. Santa is 0. And June was 9, not 6. Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3. They cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order. Santa was still playing by the rules of the nonary game this whole time. Precisely. So, you're saying Santa planned this whole thing? I'm not sure if he acted alone or not. But I think it's safe to conclude that he is 0. If my hypothesis is correct. Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right. June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean that there are 2 number 9 bracelets. Thank you, Junpei. If that's the case... Alright, that's enough talking. Let's go. It's high time we went through that door. It's right there. No jeopardy. No, this group will not see the note in the safe. But it's fine because I had it transmitted to my brain through magic. Oh wait, no, the note in the safe didn't... Like, we got it with the code. And it was the note from 0. Alright, let's keep going. I think these stairs go to the bottom deck. Looks dry. But wait, when Ace went through that door before, didn't it come out in the incinerator? The layout of this place is confusing. Let's head down. Hey, it's a... Huh. This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere. Neptune key. I only have a Uranus Key card. It's a different planet, plus it's the wrong kind of key. Yeah, let's turn around and go back for now. Yeah. Hey, another door. A card reader this time. It's the Uranus symbol. This is the place. All the junkies go. To clarify for those of us just having this on audio, the game did not actually just make their Red Hot Chili Peppers reference. That was me. Yeah, that is certainly a library. Wow. It's totally full of books. So many. I don't know where to look. Alright, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it. Splitting up and looking for clues, always gone well for everyone forever. Okay. Very well. Sure thing. Good. Let's get started then, we don't have a lot of time. Hurry! Oh my god. Oh, okay, no, I thought we were going into actual escape room mode again, but no, we're just going into novel screen. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge. As he began his search for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Oh, and now we are going into escape room mode. We went into novel mode for literally 2 sentences. Yeah, no, it is very good that I didn't try and fit this all in last time. So. Excuse me? For reference, before, the flowchart stopped there. This is what I get for putting finale definitely on the stream title, isn't it? Oh, damn. Yeah, we are on the true ending route. This one says transition of extinct species. We need to hurry up or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. Ah, Snake, you got in the way of my I identify as a megatherium joke. Theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. This is that Darwin guy, right? Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of the Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly. Those are technically distinct processes, but sure. Introduction to geology, huh? Think about the Earth even when you're on the ocean. Kind of romantic in a way, I guess. Let's not unpack that. There's a note on that table. Lights to the books. Huh. What does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees what? Maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next. They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in the darkness, yes. But that has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might miss. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. I'm Daredevil. This handrail is made of metal. Okay. What are these books? The books of Dad Kind. Is that meant to be Dadekind? Leibniz, but with a bunch of extra letters. Sheldrake. Owen. Sheldrake. Sheldrake. Isn't Sheldrake... He's a morphogenetic field dude. Leibniz. This book's in German. It looks like it's the complete works of... something? I've never heard of it. Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I don't think we'll ever know, because we're all idiots and he's Daredevil. Dad Kind. Like I say, it's probably, the reference being made is probably Dadekind, but at the same time, Dad Kind is hilarious. Wasn't that a German mathematician? No, you're thinking of Dadekind. Maybe it's a compilation of his work. Owen, huh? Owen isn't enough to go on. Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary. Okay, I am English, and that's not who I would have gone for, but sure. I would have said Wilfred Owen, the poet, but hey. You do you, Snake. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. They're lecterns, Junpei. Am I supposed to put something on those stands? This bookshelf is sort of a glass inlay. Pretty big, but there are only 6 books on it. That seems kind of weird. Hey, it looks like there's something on the bottom. I can't really see it though, the glass is all foggy. You have a giant man. Break the glass. That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics. Huh, that's funny. What? Why? Why is that? Why is that funny? Okay. This one's Goldbach's conjecture. Conjecture? It's about like magic or psychic stuff or something. Right, I bet it's about jewelry, isn't it? It may have an odd title, but it's actually a very respectable mathematics book. Is it an odd title? It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory.
Sorry I said nothing. Look, let's not get into this right now, okay?
Just all the academic stuff I could talk about, but then I'd just reveal how little I know about certain things. That feels like a joke lost in translation, yeah. Ah, the complete works of Ernal, Payun, Ned, Banoff. What's to do with these titles?
All just gibberish.
Hey, what if we, like, switch them around?
Switch them around?
Yeah. If we move them around, maybe they'll spell something. Oh, I get it. Yeah, heck's worth a shot. Well, you've got open at the top. No, I misclicked. Open here, find bulb. Yeah, we're really not splitting up very well. It's just anybody finds literally anything and the entire rest of the group bounds across the room just like, ooh, what you found? How about this? It's like putting those books in the right order. Open this thing right up. Ha, that was a piece of cake. Hooray! You did it, Junpei. Have a biscuit. I guess that turned out well enough. So, the clovers from the clover? No, that's the character. So, the letters from the title spell out, open here, find bulb. And we opened here and we found a bulb. It's powerful. Or so my inventory tells me. Are there any other suspicious looking shells? Not really? I mean, you've got this one where, like, these four have the weird sticky out bits, but honestly, I think that might just be a texturing thing. Mother Nature.
Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks?
Probably not, except perhaps tangentially, it's most likely about environmental protection, often performed by hippie chicks. I was just trying... Oh, no.
I was just trying to make a joke.
Dude, hippie chicks. Really? Yeah, be lectured on your dated human by this stupid teenager in weird blue gilet. I have a light bulb. Would anybody like my light bulb? There are 3 lights, or possibly 4. Not very bright, though.
Hey, did we find some kind of really powerful light bulb earlier? Like 20 seconds ago. Why don't you put it into one of those lights?
Yeah. Well, it'll get a lot brighter, but if there are 3 lights, that means 3 light bulbs. There won't be much point unless we can replace all 3 bulbs. We need 3 light bulbs. Okay, fine, I'll do your puzzles in order, I guess. Sign plate is bolted down. I don't think it's a door, I think it's just a wall. Say what you will about Junpei, man can identify a wall. The Pythagorean theorem. This is a famous one. Sounds like there are a number of math books in this section. Yes, all these books sound like math. Oh, right, I guess he means the ones we've referred to, yes, have been math books, but it's just like, my daredevil is detect the sound of math. Look, this one says Cultural Heritage of Rome.
Bet that's gonna be serious inheritance tax.
A kid's book? Here? Looks like it's a children's story about Native Americans. Don't you think a random book like that is kind of suspicious? Maybe you ought to hold on to it. Oh, it's probably weirdly racist. It's almost certainly weirdly racist. This one has some Native Americans on the cover.
Hey Junpei, take a look at this one.
Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some... Whoa! It says Lilk. Excuse indeed. Says Lilk.
What's that? One of them pop-up books.
Oh. Okay. That doesn't mean anything. Does it?
Well, you can make them KRL. Like Carl.
Right, so we're going to be using the light bulbs to cast shadows with the books. History of the medieval period. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot. Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're going to find a guy who didn't really exist in a history book. I mean, have you seen the state of historiography? It's very likely you will. Energy theory, development of nanotechnology materials, interactions between shortwave energy and matter. What else we got? Just listening to you reading those titles is giving me a headache.
Can't say fancy technology stuff and I get along real well. Keep on talking about that stuff and you're gonna put me to sleep.
Black hole hypothesis, gamma ray astrophysics. I guess this bookshelf has an astronomy theme. Okay, so it's just keep looking at the bookshelves and... is that another pop-up book? This one, it looks just like that picture book from earlier. One with the pop-ups.
Think they're part of a series or something? They do have the same binding.
The fundamentals of baseball. There's a baseball on this one. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's in it. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball through a head. Let's see if we can find the presumably third book. Oriental history. Maybe this one's about China's 4,000 years of history or something? I mean, that would follow. Hey, Chinese history and Oriental history aren't the same thing. Subset, superset. Weird game stuttering there. Please stop. Where is book? Where is book? Where is book? Where is book? Show me book. So I know this handrail is made of metal. See in that book. Go down the stairs. It says Riemann hypothesis? What's there to hypothesize about with Riemann? Isn't it pretty straightforward? Congratulations, localizers! You've ended me. Heavens no, there are many factors. Length, girth, lubrication, or lack of. Excuse me! I did not expect this. We interrupt this weird twist-filled route to the true ending to bring you two siblings standing in a library talking about anal. It's an exciting and rapidly growing field. Whoa. Cool, we don't get any, oh, but we meant something else punchline there. No, we're just like, that was exactly what it sounded like. Math books. Indian mathematics. Aha.
Hey, there's another one of those picture books here.
Into reaming, but academically.
Something about these things feels kind of nice, you know? Brings back good memories.
I guess even people like Seven were kids once.
No shit, you little brat.
Guys, call it. I mean, you say headcanoning Snake as queer. I think it's one of those where the canon basically backs you up. Alright. Alright, I think I'm going to take this picture book with me. So you can't be trusted. It's Tales of Old Japan. I thought that was like a piece of beef on the bone. It's got a magic wand on it. Okay, it's not a magic wand, it's a drum. So, what's inside? Well, aren't you going to open it? Pretty sure it's just going to have pages inside. Smart as what? C5. Let's put these books on the lecterns. Okay, how about we try putting these picture books on the stands, then? It's a little weird. Yeah, so we need better light bulbs to do... Shut.
You can sort of see the letters. It's too dark in here to really tell, though.
That probably means our light isn't bright enough. It says 5 held rakes. What? Oh no, it says Sheldrake 5. There, I mean, I can see that, but it's not just going to let me. There's Sheldrake on the spine of this book. Got the volume number written on the lower part of the spine. But because Junpei does not have eyes, I need to find more light bulbs. Let's see what we've got here. So many books. I wonder what this one's... Whoa, what's this? Warm? Oh, sorry. What is going on? No, I'm sorry.
What's the deal with this sappy stuff?
Oh, we've just found the porn. What is going on? Chat, you're all seeing this as well, right? I'm not just having an episode. Books here in all sorts of languages. There's something suspicious about the shelf on the left. Okay, let's look at the shelf on the left. Let's put some folklore and myth. Oh, does it mean shelf on this shelf? Well, yeah, I know, but we... If you're gonna drown, why not drown, Horny? There you go. There's the moral of this entire story right there. The middle of the glass door is a cylinder lock. You know, the kind of lock where you rotate the numbers around until you've got the right ones to open it. What the hell is this? It's like they just gave us the answer. Did they? Guess I might as well give it a shot. Did they? Did they give us the answer? What answer? I'm gonna press hint because I'm not following what's going on here at all. Oh. Well, yeah, they did just give us the answer. So what's that? 632-415? Yeah, that's... Don't you just love it when they include a puzzle that's... Type in this, and you do. You did it, Junpei! Have a biscuit! Yay! I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Yeah, whatever. At least the lock's open now. See if we can get it open, alright? Just the complete non-puzzle. Anyway, I've got a powerful light bulb now. Okay, I have 2 light bulb. Where 3 light bulb? We tried all of these. Go about its conjecture. Algebraic number theory. Math, huh?
There's another one like that one over here.
You mean something like primary number theory, or analytical number theory, or geometry? Oh my gosh, how do you know? Nobody said anything about those. Well, number theory is usually split into 4 chief disciplines. If there was a book named Algebraic Number Theory, I took a wild guess that the other 3 would be there as well. Looks like I was right. Okay. And that's the Oriental History one. It looks like the other ones, but it doesn't actually do anything. Where third light bulb? That looks different. No, apparently there aren't any books that look suspicious. That's me told. No, we haven't been up here. Communication and computer science. Oh. That's a pretty generic title. To be honest, it's so vague I don't really know what it might be about. Well, I mean, computer science, one would assume. An overview of photochemistry. I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? There are loads of books set up facing, and that was the clue? Was that it would be behind that one? That out of the entire library? That one? There's like 4 more books set facing on this screen? Jesus Christ. I feel like there's a whole lot of space behind these books. No, Junpei. I think there's something hidden behind the books. Yes, there is. We have our light bulbs. We are finally 3 light, 3 powerful. Let's plug this in, and I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it'll say Sheldrake 5. Alright, so there are 3 lights in here. I'm going to change these bulbs. Now they should. Awesome! Oh look, they say Sheldrake 5. It worked!
Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy. Have a biscuit.
There's something projecting on the bottom.
These letters, they seem familiar. I know how to read English.
Yes, it says Sheldrake 5. Sheldrake 5.
Think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay. Sheldrake. Have you heard of him, Sheldrake? Yeah, Lotus told me about him. With the Funya Emperor. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He had a rather interesting theory. Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance. Really? From Lotus, huh? Hey, don't gatekeep, Snake. Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff. She did. Yeah, what was it? The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. That girl, I told her not to tell anyone. Yeah, his prosthetic arm, clearly the hand moves. Every time we see him activate a red, it's flat. But now it's a fist. We've seen him grip with it. That is the best goddamn prosthetic arm there has ever been. No wonder we had to be told about it before we could realise it was a clue. You did? Why? Well, look man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me? Okay? Because, yes, we're in a hurry, but also you and your sister just stand around here making jokes about, ha, Indians isn't that funny, and also let's talk about anal. Tell you what. Don't give me that. Like the experiment. Very well. Fine, I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor. Why? Why? We need better acoustics for this story. I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet and why I made sure Clover did as well. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card. That's a Braille card. It's just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards. No, only one. What do you mean? I feel like card just had some rules for the nonary game on it. Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However, they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read. And that was... Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator. Also, I just love the fact that the idea that he tells us this and then immediately we hear a beeping from downstairs. To threaten our lives. Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too? I don't believe she did. Doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers? Yeah. To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl. What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. Based on what? She's prancing around downstairs, happy as a clam now that you're back. That's very true. I've decided I can trust you. I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I know this because somebody in Twitch chat told me. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us. Why? Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us. No matter what the situation was. A snake. Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment? Yes. How much do you know? Clover told me about... Oh, thank God we're cutting to black rather than me actually telling the entire story again. I see. The morphogenetic field and the experiments 9 years prior. The experiment had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada, and the girl that died during the experiment. She told you all that, did she? At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us is to determine who did this, and why, right? No, you could tell us more about the experiment, given that that's what we asked you. Yes. Can you tell me what happened? Yes. The people who organised the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals. There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagachika Masashito. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals, and he had better hair back then. Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning. Kubota led the company's research and development division. Masashito was their majority stockholder. It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Masashito provided the cash. Do these people all look familiar? Do they? Not to me, they don't. So it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, and Sashida. They're all dead? Oh, wait, so is that Cap? That's the 9th man and that's Fake Snake, right. Yeah. You know the discussion we were having last episode about face blindness and how I kind of sort of have it? I'm bad enough at recognizing people in real life, let alone half-obscured anime art. Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organised a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonary Project. The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field. That's a vector, not a vessel. Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? This conversation. Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produce the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why is that? How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye. And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer. That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields. That's just a theory. Can't bring yourself to believe it? Yeah. Well, let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it. Really? Why are we saying that? Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murderer. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial. So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field. Is that what matters here? That's right. But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people. Right? That is what you were saying? Yes. So how were they going to do that with a morphogenetic field? I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem. The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical event, mass handstanding. Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far? Yeah. Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well. Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do? Come on, there's no way. I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that, and use it to make other people do handstands? What would happen then? You said you're going to keep it simple. I feel you're making it more complicated. A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these? So, the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right? Except that I said it in 2 sentences and no handstands. Yes. Close enough, at least. Have a biscuit. Ah, come on, that's just crazy. Well, if you want to prove that, then you have to test it first. At least that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary project began. By the way, Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld Experiment? Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right? Place a pair of subjects in separate rooms, then you show one a picture and ask the other what you see. Interesting. I'm impressed. Have a biscuit. Yes, that's exactly correct. So why'd you bring up the Gansfeld Experiment? It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project. The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise, children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped. There were 9 pairs of siblings taken for 18 children total. For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had one transmitter and one receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put in Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. Yeah, look, chat, you're trying to work it out, I'll be real, I don't know what's a viable theory and what's a red herring anymore. There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger. Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind? I think that's just called work. It may seem obvious to say so, but that's what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the Nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into a life or death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink and your brothers and sisters will drown. Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely? Yeah, there was a film about it. It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. Yes, thank you for the reminder of a break, chat. Soon I am actually going to be stopping because I have other things on today. So I just thought we'll push through. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with. Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule. That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic and Building Q, except without the communications. The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found, and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That's the simplest explanation I can manage.
Hey, Junpei, Snake, how much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses? Get down here already.
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here, and soon. Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids? Why? Oh, I thought it was only 16. Oh, yes, that was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play an honorary game with any less, could you? Yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong? Yes, I am. There were 2 more children. However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. They were brother and sister, like Clover and I. The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was Akane. And on that bombshell. I didn't mean to do an and on that bombshell, but that was just too perfect. That is all we've got time for today. I'm going to leave it on the options screen so we don't go into the cinematic. Thank you all so much for being here. Sorry this is a shorter stream. I have to go and actually go into the world and see people. I'm going to a concert, hence the look. So, this has been a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody who's watched. Thanks very much for the compliment. Thanks if you stayed to the end, means a lot. If you've been watching, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, the House of Hubris, that's Serasent. You'll see it on the title cards in a minute. I'm streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time, that is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific, other time zones are available. And I'll be continuing this, and next time, hopefully we will actually finish it. Yeah. This is a trip. So yeah, if you want to be notified when we go live, throw us a follow. And if you miss anything, you can check the VODs on my Twitch for 8 weeks after they've streamed, or going up again every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. My YouTube has VODs going all the way back to the start of the channel. Link is in my Twitch about, or it's at youtube.com/users/rf191999. And yeah, subscribe to that and you'll get VODs hot and fresh in your subscription feed. Also, we have... Where was I going with that? Yes, if you want to monetarily support the morphogenetic field, you can, of course, cheer and sub on the Twitch, but you don't need to. Just turn up and be chill and have fun. That's what we do here. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, best place to look is on Twitter at Waruce, that's W-A-R-U-C-E, or you can... Why did I say or? That's the only place you can find me. I was about to plug my Twitch. We're on my Twitch. That's my wrap up from other channels. Yes, on which note, if you want to see me in other projects, check out twitch.tv/thebard's Playhouse, that's THEBARDSPLAYHOUSE, every Saturday night at 6:30 PM Eastern, that is 11:30 British time, where I'm in an ongoing Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition Fall of London Chronicle. It's a lot of fun. We've only got a few episodes left of it, I think, but yeah. Actually, after what happened last episode, we might only have one left. Who knows? But that's a lot of fun, and drama occurs. And you should go and follow them, because they play lots of good things anyway. But yes, I will be back with hopefully the thrilling denouement of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors on Thursday. Take care of yourselves. Love you all. Goodbye.